Wednesday morning, all. I'm running a little late this week, but I wanted to send you a quick email. I just finished late last night, grading your Workshop 6 drop boxes. And so I really encourage you all to check out your in-paper comments if the paper was reattached. Some of you really had minimal feedback because you're right on track and your formatting, mechanics, and grammar are all stellar, and so you didn't really get much feedback. But for most of you actually, I did return your paper with comments in it for two reasons. One, some of you still have some work before Workshop 8 to get your APA formatting, just the basics of it down, and to make sure your papers are clean, clear, and concise, right? That's the goal, clean, clear, and concise. And then some of you need to have clarity of thought about the concept, and that's actually the really big deal, right? Making sure that you fully grasp and not just grasp. I'm guessing most of you grasp it. It's the process of being able to put it in writing so that it's clear what you grasp, but that you have clearly landed on a model, and the vast majority of you, as is appropriate, have developed some type of hybrid, so picking and choosing pieces from, two or more of the various models from both the Jones and the Anthony and Anthony. There's lots of overlap, but not exclusive overlap. And then throwing in some Garland and Stonehouse and, various others, Thompson, that you've read, right? And so you've come up with your own unique model, which would be ideal. Being able to describe why, given your context, so that means you have to describe your context, why, given your context, this model makes the most sense. And some of you said it's because we already do this, and to go to this would be just way too much change. That's a reasonable response. Some of you said, you know what, our families are this, and so this model makes the most sense. That's a reasonable response. But make it really clear to the reader, i.e. me, what your model is, where you've developed it from using the appropriate sources and citing them correctly, and then why that model makes sense in light of your context, right? Drawing those conclusions, and then telling me what you already do, what you plan to do. Now, that doesn't mean adding more programs necessarily, okay? What you plan to do, a strategy moving forward, might involve, retooling what you already do, adding some new practices like consistent connection to the home throughout the week rather than a flash on Sunday, right? Wow, we overwhelm them for 1 hour on Sunday and then they don't hear anything from us for the next 6 days, right? So you might have those kinds of things that are part of your strategy. For some of you who are building from scratch, it might include programs. Always the caution on seeing programming as the answer to everything, because most of the time it's the answer to nothing, right? It's people over programs. So think in terms of what do the people need. Programs are just one of a whole myriad of tools in order to achieve the vision. Okay, so that's that. This week we take a break, right? And we look at what are the challenges our families are facing, and then who are the partners in our community who we can come alongside with. Now, you got to do your homework. It can't just be a Google search, all right? You need to actually know, what do they do? Who are the people we connect our families to? Why would we connect our families to them? What are the things we can provide? What are the things we need to outsource? So you got to demonstrate to me that you've actually done your homework. You just didn't get on and do a Google search and, and I'm just going to steal from the internet exactly what it says. Okay? Invest yourself just a little bit here. And then this is a tool, right? So it doesn't have to, it can be a formal paper, but it can be, a brochure, a pamphlet, whatever. Something that you put in the hands of families, an electronic something or other that you put in their hands, whatever. And then Workshop 8, we come back and pull it all together. And it's really clear in Workshop 8, there's a page about this from this week and a page about this from this week, and on and on and on it goes. So you're going to have to dig back all of your Dropbox assignments, clean, extract portions. It's not a cut and paste, but extract portions of them, clean them up, add clarity and connections between, so you're presenting me a whole, you're not presenting me 6 disjointed things. And then that pretty much, and then there's some original stuff for workshop 8. So as you have questions about that, let me know. But we were so close. This after, I'm headed right now out the door to another meeting all morning. Ugh. But I promised to get in there and talk to you in your discussion forums this afternoon, see if there are any things bubbling up this week before you engage and work on your project Thursday. I hope it's been a great journey for you. I hope you've catched a little bit of an insight about families and the potential that we have to both partner with the home, because faith formation is happening there. It might not be any good, right? But as Dallas Willard said, everybody is being formed. The question is who and what is forming them. And so if we want Christian faith formation to happen in the home, Christian faith, positive Christian faith, we need to partner with the home to help assist and support that. Not do it for them. We got to stop that. Exclusively doing it for them. But we also don't say, it's their problem, right? It's a partnership, a true partnership where we respect the home and we respect the home's impact in the lives of all of the people in there. And then the other half of the equation that we cannot forget is that we also need to provide ministry in our sanctuaries, whatever that looks like for you. And I don't mean that by the church room. I mean the building, our places of worship, our contexts and ministries. We need to provide ministry to everyone who's in the home, no matter who that is, no matter what lifestyle they've embraced, right? Figuring that out. How do we be the body of Christ to all, welcoming, and be truly a sanctuary to those families and individuals in our community. Okay, so that's where we're headed. I hope it's starting to all, little itty bitty pieces are all starting to connect. It's been great having these conversations with you. And for those of you who are brand new to the program, I hope you are still encouraged and beginning to figure out, how am I going to do this in light of everything else in my life? Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll look forward to chatting with you on the discussion board.